Howdy everybody! Today's a very exciting day. Today we are going to be doing a full face of Makeup Forever makeup products. I was shocked that I hadn't already done this brand because I feel like years ago in the YouTube space it was just popping up everywhere. You couldn't not hear about these palettes and the bronzers and all the things, and it would appear as though when I was doing my little shop finding the products to film this video that there are a lot of products that I just out of my radar. I've used that phrase before when filming these full face videos, but there were a lot of products I was very excited about. There are some products that I have used since the beginning of time. Yeah, there's a lot of fun products here. There's been a lot of recent discoveries from the brand that I have been loving and using frequently in my videos. So I thought it would just be fun to do a full face of Makeup Forever and do a nice deep dive into many different product categories that they offer and try some new things while we're at it. So my friends, a full face of Makeup Forever. Let's take this greasy mutt and turn her into a beautiful yellow Makeup Forever butterfly. So firstly, they're primers, my friends. I'm certain I've tried the primers in many products before, years ago, but a lot of these are new in my current memory. So I bought a mini size because, to be honest, I don't know why I don't do this more often when I'm filming these full face videos. There's so many products I try and I don't know why I don't buy the mini sizes. So I had that eureka moment, like, I need to do that more when I'm just like buying things to test. So I bought the mini of the Hydra Booster Step 1 Primer. Look at that color. It smells really good. It smells like fruit. Well, listen, I'm always needing hydration. Absolutely. I just need to help out in that area. That feels fabulous. That's really, it feels like a thick serum in the skin. It feels more like skincare when applying that. It doesn't feel like a primer. I really like that. Provides comfort and suppleness. Have any of you tried this? Have you felt comforted and supple from it? Another mini I picked up actually was their Mist and Fix. This is the makeup setting spray, long lasting and moisturizing. I think I'll save this for the end. Normally I do a little spritz in between, but I liked a little mini of this guy, so we'll try that towards the end. Let's talk about foundation. Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation is one of my all-time favorite foundations ever. It's fabulous, and when I was looking into it on the Sephora website, I noticed that there was a new water tone foundation, which actually a lot of you recommended and requested that I try out. So I did pick up the water tone foundation. I'm going to use this today, but I wanted to really quickly talk about the differences between the two. Like, there's an extensive difference in the ingredient list. I'm totally forgetting which one is which now that I was looking at. I should have brought my computer up. One of them has like double or triple the list of ingredients. Oh, you know what? That's the Reboot. The Reboot has way more ingredients. This one was promoted as like their clean foundation, whatever that means. Everyone has their own definition of clean these days. It's hard to keep up, but this one had significantly less ingredients in the list, and the actual difference between the two, they were both light coverage, long wearing, both hydrating, and the only difference I could really see was that the water tone had a radiant finish, the Reboot has a satin finish. But all I can tell you is that we're going to be trying this today. Reboot, fabulous. This is like my top 3 foundations probably ever. It's amazing. So, water tone foundation. I got this one in the shade Y355. One cool thing with the lid, this is listed as a palette to pump your foundation into. So let's just do that here. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. That's kind of fun. I thought that was pretty genius. It's nice. Let's go ahead and apply this. It does feel like, I do not know how to explain that texture. It is very unique for sure. I'm gonna try just applying this with my skin. Apply it with my hands to my skin, my God. Oh, you know what? It has the same like sticky, tacky feeling that the MAC Face and Body foundation has. So I think I'm actually going to apply this with a brush because my fingers get too sticky and tacky to it. So I'm just going to take, this is the Refer 17 brush, and apply this on. It's got a really strong fragrance. I feel like I'm going to get a breakout after this. I don't really think it's working so well with the brush. I'm going to dip my beauty blender in here. I think that's going to be our best bet for this. They both have fragrance in the formula. I've never had an issue with breaking out from Reboot, but this one just definitely is a stronger scent. But considering that both this foundation and the Reboot foundation have their coverage listed as light, this one is much more sheer feeling to me. But like the MAC Face and Body, it's just totally sinking into the skin. Like it's completely undetectable. And where a tinted moisturizer would often still feel like slippy and wet on the skin, this one sets. So you're getting that very tinted moisturizer skin tint coverage, but then it's setting in. Like they say transfer proof on the description of it, and I believe that. Like it's set feeling, that's for sure. So that's the application of the foundation. Not too much to it. I would definitely consider referring to this as a skin tint. Very, very light, much lighter feeling, less foundation-y feeling than the Reboot, but they both have a very natural finish. I do not get radiant finish from this. I don't think. It just looks much more natural to me. What do you guys think? A very loving recent discovery for me has been the Makeup Forever Self-Setting Concealer. It took me so long. I don't know why. I saw so many people use this and I was always like, la la la. I just never clued into it, and I'm so glad that I finally have. It's a beautiful concealer. It's an everything concealer. It does anything you need it to. Spot covering, brightening, skin tone, everything. Like, it's just great. I mentioned in my Sephora sale recommendations that if you were gonna buy anything in the sale, let it be this. It's a beautiful concealer. I use the shade 30. That's been the best match I've found for my skin. I also have the shade 31.5. It's a little bit deeper, and I just am gonna use that to kind of complement the other shade. I'm gonna let the 30 brighten my skin, and then if I'm wanting any specific covering later, I can go in with the deeper shade. I've blended this concealer out with my fingers. I've used a brush, I've used a beauty blender. It works with absolutely everything. Today, for ease, I think I'm gonna use the beauty blender and just get it in there nicely. Use this to brighten up underneath the eyes. It's just beautiful. It sinks into your skin. It looks so great. And honestly, with this skin, like, look at that combination. The skin tint underneath. Like you guys saw, I didn't use a pore filling primer or anything, and it looks pretty great. But regardless, this concealer is such a win and is a huge favorite of mine from the brand, from Makeup Forever as a whole. I think in general with Makeup Forever, the feeling I get is that it's very much catered towards makeup artists, and they have like a selection of products available at Sephora. I think it's pretty rare. I mean, I am speaking on this very generally without fact, but from my findings, usually if you're buying from a makeup brand directly, they have a lot more product offering than they do at Sephora. Sephora is like a slimmed down selection of the products from the brand, right? So if you go to Makeup Forever's website, they just have so much on there, and they have a lot of products. Like it's very similar feeling to me like MAC. They both really cater to the makeup artist industry. They've got the bags, they have the travel bags, they have all the tools, they have the body products. There's one, oh my god, I pulled this out. I've had this flash palette in my collection for so long. I never used it. I think I tried when I was doing like the whatever it was, the green eyeshadow look. I was trying to dip into here, but I've had it for so long. The pink is literally moldy. I don't know if you can see that, like on the side. It's all moldy. I never used it. I was like, I'm gonna be a makeup artist. I'm gonna do fun, crazy, colorful Halloween looks, and I'm gonna use my flash palette. I feel like it was so popular. And yeah, anyway, I just think that Makeup Forever has a lot of products that caters to the creative makeup artist industry. And then they also have, you know, your general consumer products, which is great. I think they do a good job of balancing both. That's just my general thoughts and feelings. I like that they have their staple products, and from what I've gathered, they don't like really play into that whole flashy, ultra consumerism, younger audience. You know, they're just like, hey, here's our great products. We're also fabulous for professionals, and if you want to try it, here we are. And they just have every color you could possibly imagine. Like if you want any color on the rainbow in an eyeshadow, you're gonna get it from Makeup Forever. So that's my general thought, I guess. The one thing I was dying to try, and I couldn't find it, I couldn't get it on the website. Hung Van Gogh always uses the Makeup Forever body sponge when he's applying foundation in his videos, and it looks amazing. And it's been unavailable on the website forever. So dear Makeup Forever, please, I want to try it so badly. It looks so great. So that's the base. The concealer is just so good. It's so good, you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of the Mist and Fix. I just want to see. It's not as fine of a mist. Whoa, whoa, yeah, like I feel that. I feel like I just literally sprayed a hose on my face. Okay, hold that back. Hold that back much further on your face, but it feels nice. Yeah, definitely not as fine of a mist as my Benefit one. One product that I was so happy to rediscover. I remember having this in my collection so long ago. Like, we're talking ancient Calgary days. This is the Pro Sculpting palette. I thought I would pick it up again because I wanted to use the highlight, I wanted to use the contour shade, and just have a little reunion with her. You know, I'm gonna go back to that Refer brush. I know it's covered in foundation now, but I feel like it's okay. The 17 brush. I'm gonna go in with this contour shade. This is the shade 30, the Pro Sculpting palette. I'm actually shocked these were still there. I never hear anyone talk about these, and they were all the rage at one point. And I was pleasantly surprised. I felt like I was diving into memory lane with this little palette here. I would like it if it didn't have this shade. This like skin highlight, skin tone highlight shade. I never use those. It's like I'm using multiple concealers. Like, I don't need another one of those in my life. I think if it was a creamy, kind of like the Hourglass palettes that has no shade range, this is that. Like, it's such beautiful product. And this blush shade actually really reminds me of that Hourglass one. But I think they would be great if they didn't have that one highlight shade in it, because I would be much more likely to use it and travel with it. Like, this would be such a great travel palette. The pans aren't too big. They're nice and small. And yeah, I mean, I haven't used this in so long, but this is a very sheer formula, which means that it just makes it much easier for the everyday person to use. You don't have to worry about it looking too cray. And that's blending out so nicely. Are you guys witnessing like that forehead? I didn't see this particular cream contour available separately. That might be something that they offer on their website, but if not, I would actually love to be able to buy this one separately. That's another thing, like MAC, like the build your own palette style products, you can fill your own palettes. I'm not sure if they had the cream ones. I should have double checked that. If not, that would be something that they should definitely consider in the future. But yeah, you can buy multiple sizes of the like Pro Pan palettes, and then you can just customize your own palettes, which is really nice. If you just want one palette to get you through, you want to buy your contour, you want to buy your blush, your highlight, bronzer, what have you, you can just build your own palette. Same thing with the eyeshadows, and they have multiple different sizes, which is great. What do we think of that contour? It's very nice and natural, but really warm and toasty. I feel like I've got a very nice natural bronze going. I feel like this is more bronzer on me than contour. I'm gonna dip into the highlight with my finger and just pat that up on my cheekbones. I think this is a very subtle natural highlight. Ooh, but she's pretty. Put a little bit on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. Yeah, this base is looking amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pause that for now. I'm not gonna use the blush in here. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the powder. This is the Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation Y215. This is one I picked up for testing purposes in another video. I haven't really tried it too much since, I'll be honest, but a lot of people use and love this. Katie Jane Hughes uses this all the time, Patrick Ta, and every time they use it, I'm like, wow, it looks amazing. So I'm gonna take the Katie Jane Hughes number 8 brush and dip into this powder and just use that to set this under eye area now that we're done with our little creamy products. Yeah, it's got a really nice blurring effect for sure. I love the mirror that comes with these palettes. They're super great for doing your makeup on the fly. Yeah, this is really pretty. And again, if you wanted to buy this one separately, you could build a little palette with these powders, which I think is cool. It does pop out. It has the little section here where you can pop the powder out, and you could customize your own little palette. You could put your powder, your bronzer, your blush, and be done. It's great. Now for blush, I actually made my own palette, which now that I'm looking at it, makes no sense. And I might have to order some other colors and rejig this, but I did actually, I think this is the medium palette. This is the medium palette. It's the same size as the powder, but I did buy some of the inserts. I bought the contour powder insert, and I bought 2 blushes. Let me just, this is the S116 contour. This is the B212 blush. You guys know I love my bright and fresh cool toned pinks. I need one from every brand, apparently. And then this was a beautiful, oh my god, it looked like such a unique, like deep clementine something kind of shade. This is the B402 blush. I might try a little bit of this one today. I don't think I'm gonna go into the contour, but I do wanna try a little bit of this blush here. And by a little, I mean a little. Like, I'm gonna use a really light hand. I don't know how pigmented this is. Oh, you know what? It's pretty sheer. That's nice. Okay, okay. Let's do this blush. Pretty. What a pretty summer shade. Oh, this with a deeper, warmer olive skin tone. My God. Oh, summertime, summer skin. Yes. This is so nice. If you ever feel like you go a little overboard, you can just pat onto the edges with your beauty blender and it'll just really subtly soften it without disrupting the color too much. That would be the most beautiful lip color if this was in cream form. It had been so many years since I had seen anyone, like I never see anyone use these bronzers anymore, but for a long time, if anyone remembers, their Pro Bronze Fusion bronzers were all the rage. I remember when these came out and being like, oh, wow, they're so beautiful. And I never really got into them. I know I had them at some point, but it was never something that became like a staple bronzer. I definitely never went through one, but I was excited to be reacquainted and try it again. This is the shade 20M medium. 20 medium, maybe? It's got a really nice, it doesn't have like shimmery particles, it just looks like it's glowing in the pan. I feel like we've already got quite a bit of glow going on, so I don't know how much we'll be able to notice the difference in this, but yeah, I feel like it's pretty similar to the contour shade we already used. I can't really tell. I feel like it isn't doing anything. I don't know, did that make me more bronzed in that moment? So I'm going to go back with the concealer, and I didn't take too much on my eyes, but I'm going to put a little base down. So I'm taking the lighter shade, this is shade 30, and I'm just going to put a little base on the eyelids and just blend that out and let that set in. And while that's just chilling, setting, doing its thing, I'm just going to put some lip liner on. This is the Aqua lip pencils, okay? I raved about these forever and ever. I know I went through like multiples of each of these colors. I have 3C, which is a lighter pinky tone, and then 5C, which is slightly deeper, a little bit more on the brownie beige side. And I love these so much. I used them for years, and then they discontinued a whole ton of them. There's still a few on the website. 3C is still available, but 5C was always my favorite. And they discontinued it, and I have no idea why. I'm gonna use it right now, okay? It's been a while. It's just great. It was a great color. And obviously I've since used so many different lip liners in the same shades, but this is kind of what established lip pencils for me. Like I'd always used lip liners, like the MAC ones, for example. Subculture was a classic. But these two in particular, 3C and 5C, determined for me that I wanted a lighter one and a deeper one. And since I use these regularly in my routine, every lip liner or lip pencil I bought following that, I've always bought a lighter version and a deeper version. And I kind of just have sets of two when it comes to my lip pencils and lip liners. And so got a lot of love for these. It really kickstarted a new lip liner life for me. And I use these for forever. Makeup forever. I'm just going to take my Amore Vixa lip balm here and just blend it in. Sorry, I had just wiped off all the foundation that was on my lip. Lips are too dry for that. Yeah, just kind of blending that lip liner all over my lip. Yeah, I like that. It just makes the most natural, lovely little lip color. Again, oh, if that blush shade was a lip, if this was a lip balm, just going like this over it, that'd be so beautiful. So we've got a little creasing here from the concealer. Just gonna pat that out, and then we're gonna do the eyes. Guys, I wanted to do a really fun, colorful yellow look, okay? So I picked up this eyeshadow, M402 from Makeup Forever. I might just use this, we'll see. I bought some other fun shades too. I got some colorful, like look at this sparkly orange. How beautiful is that? That's ME734. Actually, before we go into the yellow, I'm going to use the bronzer. I'm going to take the bronzer and a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and we are going to blend that into the crease. The bronzer just makes your easiest, most lovely little transition shade, and you can kind of just blend it in to the rest of your face. Like, how pretty is that color? It's so subtle. And this will kind of just settle the concealer under there too. So we'll keep the bronzer on hand. I think, you know, I'm experimenting here, okay? I think this will make a nice base for the yellow to sit on. We'll try it. I'm gonna take some of that on a smaller, like smudgy brush and just put that on the lower lashes. Lower lashes, lower lash line. You guys know what I mean. You can see what I'm doing. Now, this is where I always get torn. I'm like, do I just go in with this straight or do I put a brighter layer on? Like I could take the white from the Flash palette. Yeah, they're nice and creamy. I might put a little base of the white down. I'm scared. I'm just going in. Just going in. I'm gonna take some of that white. Oh my God. From the Flash palette. Just to brighten up. Wow, that blends out so nicely. I'm literally blending this on to powder. Like this is going onto the bronzer and that's blending in so, like even that looks nice. Oh my God, if you put like a brown liner with that and some lashes, how pretty. Wow. Just pressing that in with my finger. So creamy, blending out so nicely. And this will just be a nice little brightening base for the yellow to sit on top of. Okay, I'm gonna take a Rephr 02 brush and dip into the yellow. Whoa. Man, the last time I did a yellow look, I loved it so much. That was a while ago now. I'm gonna try and find the photo and pop it here. It's been a hot minute since I've done something with yellow, so I'm excited. This is a really pretty yellow. It's like a true mustard yellow. It's not like a very bright neon primary yellow. It's like slightly more toasted and warm. So I'm just packing that on. But it's nice that we put the white base down because then the yellow will be the brightest on the lid. And then we can kind of just flip it around for the rest. I'm going to use a smaller fluffy brush. This is the Smith 230 brush. I'm going to dip it into that yellow. I'm going to use that to lightly dust this into the crease. Just kind of connecting the layers that we put, like packed it onto the lid, and then I'm just gonna blend it up into the crease. Okay, then I'm gonna go back with the bronzer and the larger fluffy brush and just re-put that on top. So one thing I also picked up, this is the Aqua XL Eyeliner Waterproof Extra Long Lasting Waterproof Eyeliner. This is a sparkly brown. What is this? D60. I think these are being discontinued because it was not a plenty on the website. But I wanted to take a little bit of this brown and put it right into the lash line just to intensify it a little bit. It's very liquidy. You know what? Maybe I'll just put this into my hand like this. I'm just like rubbing the product into my hand. And then I'm going to take it like that and just smudge it into the lash line a little bit. Just for a really, really soft, subtle smoke there. So now for mascara, I'm going to use the Smoky Extravagant mascara from Makeup Forever. I really liked the look of this wand. That wand looks fabulous, looks nice and thick and volumizing, and then it's got the really nice tip to get in there and wiggle at the inner corner. Let's give it a go. It's almost like too big. I feel like I can't wiggle in there without rubbing it all over my lid. I think that mascara is much too thick to put on the lower lashes, so I'm just going to take some of my MAC Extended Play, this tiny, tiny little wand, and just put that on my lower lashes. Now my lower lashes look longer than my top. Guys, I need lashes. I think we gotta put a little half lash on here to make it look even. I'm gonna really quickly take some of my Ardell long black double flare lashes and just put some on the outer bits to make it look a little bit less naked next to the lower lashes that we've now done. So those are the lashes. I tried my best to make it even. This is what we got. And with that, honestly, I'm happy with this finished look. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I didn't really like that mascara experience. It's doing a little funky chicken on my eyes here, but I don't know. We got there eventually, and I'm really happy with how this yellow shadow turned out. This is totally something I'd wear. Like, it's such a subtle yet very fun pop of color. It'd been a long time since I'd done a yellow look like this, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. There were so many amazing products in this video. There are so many products from Makeup Forever that I have used in the past, that I have now in my collection that I'm loving, and also a few really fun either rediscoveries or new discoveries here. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Do you have any favorite products from Makeup Forever? Are there some products that you're wanting to try? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you want me to continue doing these like full face brand reviews, I would love to hear from you and what brand you'd like to see me do next. So that's it for this look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do recreate it, please tag me in your looks. I'm at Alanorama on Instagram, and I would love to see. Let's get some bright yellow sunshine in our day. And I hope that you all have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very soon for a new video. Bye!